do the closing remarks now for the day. Shilpi is going to be delivering that. Just please note, we're going to take a group photo behind the coffee and tea tent straight after the closing remarks, so please just hang around for that. We'll be out there. Now, ladies and gents, fix your hair, look beautiful. You all look great, so you should be fine. And then there's coffee and tea for after the session, so feel free to help yourself. And please, if you are able to, please attend the rainbow party after this. I'm sure it'll be great. So if you're free to do that, then please do so. So I'll hand over to Shilpi now for the closing remarks. Thank you very much, and I appreciate your time. And I just want to say thank you again to Godfrey and CESA for the opportunity. So cheers.
Guys, I know we all want to leave, so I'm just going to quickly run through the closing remarks, which will just be a summary of the day.
Mdu's just said that anyone who's here is willing to offer one free consultation.
All right, Mdu has just offered that he'll do one free consultation for anyone who's here. He has offered that. How do we channel it through CESA, or how?
I think that would be the easiest, so that I know you were here.
All right.
Maybe Godfrey.
Maybe chat, should we email you, Godfrey, whoever is interested, or email somebody on the committee?
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Can you accommodate, or should we do a prize?
No, look, I'm happy just dedicate like a month to see.
Wow. Wow.
The first consultation is just for me to actually know if I can help.
Wow.
And then if I can't, what we'll just do though is at least give guidance. You know what I mean? So even if you don't become our clients, we'll be doing give you a financial plan, some guidance to say, okay.
And wow, that's amazing. And some of us are going to be high earners, quite a few of us, so you might strike gold. So Godfrey, how are we going to manage that? Will we discuss later and announce it later? All right, okay. So guys, we all want to leave. We're tired. It's been a long day. I'm going to just run through the closing remarks, which will summarize what we've learned today, just to keep it fresh in your mind before we move out. So I have been attending the Imbizo for about 4 years, and for the last couple of years I've always wondered, do I have time? Can I get away from work? Should I be going? And then I come here and I get so inspired that I realize I have to keep attending. So CESA is a community. I love the strong women in EXCO that I work with, the familiar faces we see at functions, the senior mentors that we have in this organization, and those are the kind of things you can look forward to being part of the CESA community. So to go through the events of the day, we started with Renate Landman, who never forgets a face. She offered us an overview and tools of advice for work-life balance. After using the Enneagram to show us our personality types and our areas of stress, she gave us a model similar to the influencer model from last year, asking us to look at our motivations and our abilities through our personal, social, and structural aspects of our lives. She also advised that the universal law of polarity gave us the challenge and support we needed to thrive. So do not get discouraged by challenges, but realize that there are advantages in these challenges. Naresh Pathar, president of CESA, gave us an exclusive and personal look at his life. He told us about forming the YPF 15 years ago, the scary move to Pretoria, and building a business on ethical principles. He advised us that our best marketing tool was the last job we had done, so deliver, deliver, deliver. He gave us ideas on engineering the future we want, including embracing technology and ethical principles. We then moved on to our contractual session, an aspect which takes even the most experienced engineers by surprise sometimes. Mr. Putlitz from JBCC, the CEO of JBCC, outlined different contract types. He gave us a valuable presentation on avoiding disputes in standard construction contracts. He outlined difficult and atypical topics such as claims and penalties, for example. Zanele Makaba, an advocate, gave us a broader overview of contracts. She first defined a contract and then explained each of the crucial components of contracts. She gave us a good overview on risks and types of contracts. After lunch, we had the exciting green engineering session. Exciting because we don't hear about it many of us don't hear about it in our typical engineering jobs. People like to stick to the tried and tested or the cheapest option. So our international guest, Nana Asuan, talked about green and sustainable design, giving us illustrations from Ghana and case studies, international case studies. Gamma Chair Jessica Ramchand challenged the status quo of economies being based on bottom line money and growth, even giving us a breakdown of the Paris Agreement, and then finally linking the green and circular economy to South Africa's benefit. We were honored to have George Molomo from the Department of Public Works talking to us on how to implement green technology. He gave us case studies, for example, on boiler condition assessments for energy efficiency. He indicated some challenges and plans the department has, which was very encouraging to hear from a client's point of view. Our last session, you guys are still fresh in your mind. Nduduzi Lutuli, who has achieved amazing things as a young investment manager, openly shared the secret to getting rich, which we all didn't, not all of us wanted to hear. His ratio was 60%, 25%, 15% of our expenditure to necessities, enjoying life, and investments. He told us about good investment products, including gold, and how to protect our wealth. However, he warned us to use money as a tool and not to use money as a reason to define ourselves. So in closing, I want to say thank you to the speakers, thank you to the conference venue, thank you to Godfrey from CESA for organizing, and thank you to our program director, and also to all of you for attending and staying so late. As Amanda said earlier, you get what you put into something. So as an individual, I'd encourage you to get involved in CESA to gain some of the benefits you have experienced today. And also, as a growing professional in your company, I'd encourage you to talk to your company leaders and ask them to be more involved in CESA as a sponsor or in any other way. Sponsoring gets you, for a very cheap price, it gets you onto all the marketing things. I'm saying this because I'm the treasurer, it's just a little marketing thing in here. And it gives you access to the YPF, who has a lot of energy. So get your companies involved and get involved, because as we know from physics, to every action there is always an equal reaction. So get involved and get the reward you are seeking. Thank you. I think that is it, Godfrey. Are we done? I mean, or am I handing over?
Yeah, I think it's just the picture moment, coffee, tea, drinks, and the available parts.
Copy and paste what he said.